Okay, today we are replacing the oil pump, which goes right in this area. We took it off last time, and today putting it back together.
Me and the boys was sitting around drinking, we was talking about things that we was thinking, when all of a sudden what comes out of Bill's mouth? Said I'm getting old and fighting slow, and I don't recover like I did before from nights of rabble, rousing and too much fun. Well, I looked around and we all agreed, and I had a drink and I ordered 3, and I staggered back to do it all again. Then we made an oath on a rum and coke with the best intention, I'm sure you know, that we would stop this living in excess. We're gonna have one more party, one more special occasion. Do it Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, holidays and weekends. We can have one more party. There's more hell we should be raising. One more party now, one more party tonight.
Change of plans. Since the coolant is still dripping out of the water, or the water jacket, we decided it's better to replace the water pump first and get that sealed up before we start putting in the oil pump. Alright, cleaned up the surface, put some sandpaper, and now it's time to put our water pump back on. Water pump, there's an O-ring that goes there, and does anything go here?
Gasket.
There's a gasket that goes on this part right there.
Make sure you clean the surfaces.
Before
The new pump is not overly, let's see, this is the surface of the new gasket that'll go on there.
So it'll go
This is where
between
the
there?
O-ring goes in this joint
In
there.
that
So,
one.
yep.
Alright.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just suck it in with this.
With the screws. Let the force take it. Doesn't slide in there easy, but one way or another it'll get forced in there. If you take the filter off, it leaves you a lot more room to get in there. Make your life a lot easier. And we used a pry bar to get that in rather than trying to get the nuts on because of the bolts.
Well, yeah,
the studs weren't long enough.
We held the pipe with the pry bar. We didn't pry it into the just to get a little support behind the pipe. That's all you need.
Since we
But
had
make
to
sure you
loosen
put-
it up to get it off of here.
Make sure you put a little bit of lube in that where the O-ring hole is. Save yourself a little bit of frustration.
Get some slip and slide grease in there.
Yep. Get some motion with some lotion.
Don't over tighten it, because now we got to take it all back apart. Luckily there's enough left on that bolt. Well, now a stud.
No,
That,
it's a bolt still, but just a headless bolt.
Headless bolt. That we can get on it with a vice grip or something and get that out of there. If it does that, you got to figure it's no good. So we're just putting that back together here. Doesn't look like the taper matters which way it goes to put the thermostat back on.
But you do want to make sure you put it in the right
Right
this.
direction? Yeah.
like that.
don't
Don't
think
try
it
to
would go
don't
the
try to
other way.
put that one
It
in there.
won't go
'cause
in that way.
You're gonna have a hard time.
Gonna have to have some crushing force to get
Yeah.
that in that
Yeah,
way.
it's gonna only go in one way. So
Yep. Okay guys, it's raining today. It looks like it's coming down pretty nice. That'll water the lawn. Trees are just about clear. You know, those two are completely clear. The little one over there has got a few left on it. They'll probably be off today. But that big linden over here, she's going to be making a mess for a couple more weeks. Huh. Okay, maybe if I start the camera. Okay, hey, there's 2 extra bolts, 10mm bolts left on this pump, the old pump. So if you need spares, you can get them from there. And try not to use them, but what did we find? It was 82 inch-pounds is the torque rating on those, so not much. 7 foot-pounds? Or 8 foot-pounds. Wait, 64 would be...
Roughly 7 foot-pounds.
Well, 84 would be almost 9, wouldn't it?
No, 7 times 12 is 84.
Oh, okay. There you go. 7 times 12. Okay.
Roughly.
Not 10, 12. Not 9. Don't forget to put the alternator bracket in. How's that go?
Just like that.
So kind of wobbly side away. Otherwise you'll be taking those bolts back out again when you want to put the alternator back on. Okay. So this longer bolt goes in that way. And there's a bigger bolt that goes someplace else.
We'll figure that out in a little bit.
So it kind of sits in there like that, if you're wondering. If you took it apart and forgot how it goes, that's what we're thinking now. Okay, so we got the new power steering pump. The old one, we need the pulley, the key, whatever.
It's a vacuum sensor.
Vacuum, is that on the new one? No.
No. And then the nut, of course. So
The nut.
nut for the spindle.
Yeah, what's the back side of that pump look like? It's this thing. That must...
That's just where the... Gotta take that out too, probably. Yep. Probably take that out too. The hose.
that?
Power steering hose.
Where does that go on
That's
the new
the
one?
return. Well, the new one, it would go right in here, I believe.
Oh, and wow, that's... Oh, okay, so there's a... Oh, I didn't see the bolt. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
So the bolt there, yep, that there.
Mm-hmm.
So, gotta
A
get
few
the
things
pieces.
you gotta get off to get ready, so no big deal.
Yep. Don't throw the old one away before you got the new one on. Alright, the new pump is here. Had to replace... Take that off the old one, put it on the new one, and this vacuum, whatever it is. And had to take that off and put it on the new one.
And of course,
And the pump and the key.
actually the
Or the wheel. Pulley.
pulley, yeah, the pulley and the key weight. But they gave us a key weight, so we kind of got a spare key weight now, just in case we ever lose.
Is it? Did it come with the nut? No.
No nut.
Okay, so make sure you save the nut. And oops, is it going? Oh, it's upside down, no wonder. Alright, that's why I couldn't tell. It was upside down last time. But those are the 2 brackets.
They go on to the power steering pump.
So save those 2. Alright guys, so how does that pump go in here? Got a bolt, a bolt there, a bolt down here to a bracket. You got bolts in behind the thing, you got bolts over here, so there's what, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts to hold this thing in, maybe more.
Bunch of brackets. The battle was fierce, but we conquered.
Yep, once we found all the right bolts, it went in better. Alright, and then from the front side, you got at least 3 bolts going through on that side. And then you just got to hook up your lines up on top up there. I don't know if you guys can see that, where that yellow thing is. And then there's the other side of that bracket with the return line? Is
The
that what it
return
is?
line and the high pressure line.
So there you go, guys. The power steering pump is in. All right. When you're putting your gasket on,
Oil pump.
or to your oil pump, just tack it to your pump. That way you can get it in there without it falling all over the place, but don't put it to your block.
Yeah. That way, if you ever have to change it again, it's gasket materials on your pump, not
And
the
that way
block.
it comes off with the pump.
Yeah.
All right, we got the oil pump left to go on now. That the gasket surface is clean, ready to go, and next thing you see is it will be back on. That is what the oil pump looks like when you get it back into place. All the bolts are back in. The power steering pump is tucked up back in behind there. The water pump is tucked in. Maybe I can get a better view up there. Looking like that. Alright, so if you're wondering what this little 2-liter looks like, it's just like that. Next thing needs to be the timing belt. We'll catch that next time.
Me and the boys was sitting around drinking, we was talking about things that we was thinking, when all of a sudden what comes out of Bill's mouth? Said I'm getting old and fat and slow, and I don't recover like I did before from nights of rabble, rousing and too much fun. Well, I looked around and we all agreed, and I had a drink and I ordered 3, and I staggered back to do it all again. Then we made an oath on a rum and coke with the best intention, I'm sure you know, that we would stop this living in excess. We're gonna have one more party, one more